Good afternoon again, and welcome back to the 41st Ryder Cup. Pleased to be joined by Mr. Lee Westwood, playing in his, I counted, 10th Ryder
Yes.
Cup. Lee, you've been here, you've done all this many times. What is it about this event that essentially keeps you coming back for more and makes this a target for you every second year?
Just the pride, I think, to represent Europe and the other 11 players on the team and the captain and you know, our tour, the European tour. You know, to stick the sweater on and tee it up and represent Europe. Great, it's a great stage to play golf on. It's a great atmosphere out there. It's an atmosphere like no other tournament in the world.
So you've got a fantastic personal Ryder Cup record, but you must also have a lot of pride in seeing so much talent from Europe come through your time with the team, but especially this year, 6 new rookies. Is that something that you've noticed and are, think is in a good place for Ryder Cup Europe's future?
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly not rookies like I was a rookie when I teed it up in '97 with Faldo. I hadn't played that much in the States and that much in the big tournaments around the world. These rookies nowadays, they're major champions and they're players that have played regularly in the States and regularly on the big stage and performed well. So, yes, this is their first Ryder Cup, but they're not anywhere near the same kind of rookie that I was when I teed it up in '97. They seem a lot more worldly and knowledgeable.
Interesting. Okay, let's hit the floor for some questions if we can. Okay, we do have some. Let's start up with number 3 over here, please.
Lee, can you just, you've been playing with Danny Willett, can you just talk about how he's coped given the pressure that's been put on him in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, he seems to be handling it fairly well. It's a tricky situation that he's been put in, one that I'm sure he didn't want to be placed in, but, things don't always run smoothly, so he seems to be handling it fairly well. It's not his opinion. So it's not really anything to do with him. He should be left to just play golf.
Okay, let's go
That's
straight.
what the Ryder Cup's about. 12 players teeing it up, playing a golf match against each other. Not all this other stuff that you write and people say and stuff like that. It's not in the spirit of it. So, Samuel Ryder, just read his idea on it, and we'll all just stick to that, I think.
Okay. Let's go straight down number 1, Mark.
Hey, Lee. You've obviously been at a lot of these. Can you describe the feeling on the first tee, what it's like, if you have any kind of memory, whether it's your first shot that you hit off the first tee, a horrific shot you hit or anything like that? Just, what's that? How different is that vibe?
Well, luckily, there's not really been a horrific one, but yeah, I mean, I first teed it up in '97 with Faldo, so that made things a lot easier. Knowing that I'd got a multiple time Ryder Cup partner and multiple major winner, and also we were playing Freddie and Brad Faxon, and they obviously were the away team. They teed it up first, and I watched them put the tee in the ground and try and get the ball on the tee, and they were shaking like a leaf. So I thought, wow, if they're nervous, then it's perfectly natural that I'm going to be nervous as well. But, I mean, you get on that first tee, and it's an incredible atmosphere, and you try and soak it all up and enjoy it and, tee it up and smack it down the middle. Then once that's done, then off you go.
Over here on the left, number 2.
Lee, you obviously know Darren so well. What's it been like so far to have him in that captain's role? Has it been surprising in any ways, and how do you sort of feel about him having that post?
Yeah, I'm surprised he's so calm and sensible about everything. I've not seen this side to him before. He's doing a great job. He's very thorough, very professional, very calm, like I said, calculated. Everything you'd want from a captain. Not making any rash decisions, not making any comments that you think, oh, that's a bit. No, he's playing the game well.
Follow-up question here on 2.
And does the fact that you know each other so well, does it give this one some extra meaning for you to play under him as a captain?
No, I've always tried 110% in every Ryder Cup for every captain I've played under. You know, I won't be trying any more, any less, because it's Darren. You know, that's just, I always give it my all. Obviously, it'd be really special to see Darren lift the trophy on Sunday night, because he's a very close friend. But I won't be trying any harder or than I normally do. I normally pretty much give it my all.
Let's go to number 4, please.
Lee, it's no secret Ryder Cups are a little rowdier in the galleries and things. Is there something about that that has always appealed to you? You seem to do well in those situations. And what's it like to have kind of fans at your throat a little bit? And what about that do you maybe enjoy or revel in?
Yeah, I love the atmosphere out there. I like the rowdiness of it all. You know, I was talking to my caddy Billy. We were on the range and there was music playing and all that, and that's what golf should be about nowadays. I think it needs to jazz itself up a bit and, you know, get a bit more atmosphere in there. And you certainly wouldn't worry about a phone going off with the music blaring out, would you? And stuff like that. So yeah, it's a brilliant atmosphere to play under, and it's great to come over here and sense the partisanship. You know, it's only right. You know that the crowds over here are more pro USA. You'd want it that way. That's why, when we do come over here and win, like we did in Chicago. It's even more special. So, I love the atmosphere out there. I think it's brilliant.
Let's go 3, 2, 1. Number 3, please.
Lee, it's probably one thing to prepare rookies for the nerves that come with playing in a Ryder Cup, but how do you prepare them for the hype, the drama, and the controversies that always seem to emerge this week?
Well, I don't know if you can ever prepare people for that. You can give them an idea of what's about to come, but you're never quite ready for the Ryder Cup now. How big it's got over the years. It seems to grown immeasurably since I played in '97. So, that's why you need a mix of rookies and veterans, if you want to call us that. You try and sort of bleed them into it gently, and our rookies have been very successful and pretty much ready to play when they've been asked to over the years.
2, please.
Lee, if you get paired, if you get paired with Danny tomorrow morning, will that make your job more difficult after what's happened?
I'm not allowed to talk about pairings, Charlie. Sorry.
Okay. Number 1.
Lee, just wonder, of all the games you played with Darren, what's your favorite memory? Which match?
We've had some crackers. I guess being 3 down early against Tiger and Phil Mickelson in Detroit and coming back and beating him on the last was pretty special. That would be the highlight for me, probably.
Straight back 2, please.
Lee, I'm sure you'll say rightly that the team result is the only thing that matters this week, but how much are the points records that you could achieve matching or beating Nick's record? How much is that on your mind?
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wanted to get past Nick's record, but because anybody involved in sport wants to break records. That's what I guess drives us all on. To be able to say the best at anything. But if you gave me a choice of not winning any points and the Europeans winning the Ryder Cup, then that would definitely come first before getting in front of Nick's record or getting near it. It's all about the team this week.
Number 4 on the left, please.
Lee, we talked a lot about 6 rookies, but are you keeping a special eye on Matthew? I mean, he's the youngest by a number of years, and also less than 2 years ago, he was actually coming through qualifying school. So, I mean, is that a special eye that you've got on him?
I think we were all putting an arm around Matthew and all the rookies, because we're a team and we're in it together. Obviously, there's a little bit more responsibility on the players that have played a bit more. And myself coming from a part of England near where Matt comes from, and I've been playing with Matt quite a bit. I've obviously played with Danny quite a bit, and all 3 of us are a member of Lindrick Golf Club, the same golf club. So, I keep an eye on them, but we're all together as a team. You know, it's everybody's got each other's back and is looking after each other.
Straight down number 1, please.
Yeah, Lee, can you follow up just, does Hazeltine just become another golf course on USA soil? And do you feel that first day, is there a home course advantage, whether you're playing over at Valderrama or you're playing at a place like this?
No, every 2 years, it's 12 players coming together, playing a golf course that's got 18 holes. It's, you know, irrelevant where that 18 holes is. Nobody can affect the result other than the players. And yeah, tomorrow morning, the first hole at Hazeltine could be the first hole anywhere. You know, the idea is to hit the fairway, hit the green, hold the putt. There is nobody from the outside, nothing can affect what happens to the golf ball other than the 4 players involved in each match.
Number 1 on our right, please.
Lee, I would like to know, you're younger than Darren Clarke, you're older than Henrik Stenson. What is the role? What is your role between those two? And would you share your experience with your younger members?
Sorry, you're going to have to say it again. There's a lot of noise coming.
It is tough to hear up here. Sorry.
It's,
Okay, so you are younger than Darren Clarke, you are older than Henrik Stenson.
Right.
What is your role between those two? And would you share your experience with your younger members who are born in 1980s, even 1990s? What's your experience with them?
Right. Yeah, I am younger than Darren, yeah, and older than Henrik. I'm not really sure what your question is up there. You know, they're both experienced Ryder Cup players and both major champions, so I don't really have to do too much with Henrik or Darren. They know the ropes pretty well. And like I said, you know, all the experienced players just trying to help the inexperienced players as much as they can, and you know, make them ready to tee it up when they need to. You know, when their turn comes.
We have time for 2 more. Let's go 3 and then wrap it up with 1. 3, please.
Lee, the Americans are clearly trying to replicate a lot of what Europe have done to come up with a winning formula. Do you think that can be achieved overnight, or is it a matter of time that's needed for that to happen?
Sorry, I don't know where I was looking then. Who was asking the question? Oh, sorry, it's very flattering to Team Europe that the USA have put this task force together and are trying to replicate what we've done. It means we're successful and we're doing it right. And you know, we take a lot of pride in that the USA are taking it so seriously to, you know, bring this task force together and, you know, bring Davis in as captain again. You know, we take a lot of pride in that. It gives us a lot of confidence and puts added pressure on them. You know, you form a task force and it doesn't go right this week. Where do you go from there? You know, you've done pretty much all you can do. So, you know, we'll see how that goes.
Let's put a cap on it with Jeff on the right side, please.
So,
I'm sorry, my fault. Number 1, please.
Lee, along those lines, you know, each competition starts anew 0-0, but with Europe on the 8-2 run, how big a psychological advantage is that, and how much confidence does that fill your team with?
It fills us with a lot of confidence. You know, a lot of the players on the European side have had multiple experiences of winning Ryder Cups. And on the other side of that, on the US team, a lot of their players have had multiple experiences of losing Ryder Cups. So, you know, winning is a habit, and, you know, a lot of the players on the European team have got that habit and have know what the experiences is like and, you know, what to do.
It's Lee Westwood, and we thank him for his time, and please enjoy your 10th
Thanks.
Ryder Cup.
Thank you.
Hey, nice to meet you, sir.
Cheers, and you.
We'll see you Sunday, okay? Yeah. Good luck this week.